Few places are richer in tradition, more steep in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Excellent field position here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Nifty little dance step. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Alabama pushing the tempo. On the run, it's Haynes. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it, even when they've had great...
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding you the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Back to throw, it's Howard. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off, and the touchdown counts. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. To the air, it's Howard. It's complete to the left. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score Alabama 7, Ohio State 0.
The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field.
Okay.
That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
Oh, that's a bullshit.
That's
That's a bullshit. Well, Oh,
will
sorry.
change
Sorry.
the call.
Sorry.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
But that's a bull.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just...
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown
Oh, my God.
drive. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The
I have to
connection between
score.
quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
And I have to score. Let's go.
He'll bring it out. It's Fowler.
Ah!
Pulled down
Dang it.
at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
Oh.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking for a man, it's Howard. Unloads to the
Boom.
wideout. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Extending the play. He's going to run it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Got room at the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This guy just gives you that. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's
Finally.
touchdown, Ohio State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. You know, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Finally. Shit.
Now they'll line up
Oh,
with what they
sorry.
hope is automatic.
Sorry. Let's go.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Blasted as he lets it go. Close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe
Let's
a
go.
chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on second and 15.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
You got it.
You
got it.
He gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Money in the bank.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll go with a direct snap. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Pressure coming. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Nope. He got it. He got it.
Crimson Tide. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Jesus Christ.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Ibuka. At the 40, there he goes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Howard. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock
Hold on,
up
guys.
man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Ohio State, 7.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Ohio State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now adjusting. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's caught inside the 25.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. To the air, it's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Buys a little time. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, They're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly.
I can't believe.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defensive job to stop him.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. On fourth down, looking to pass. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown Tide. And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point
That's wild game.
I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
In this show.
Ohio State offense onto the field.
That's in the show, guys. Ain't nothing I could do.
I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, just to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They learn a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Trying to make magic with his feet. That's a live ball. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking to throw, it's Milrow. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Alabama.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's kicked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the field.
One more play to pad the stats. Trying to find his man on first down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And that's one loss. I don't care. And let's go get it again. That's one loss. We're gonna play it. Yeah, except it's a friend, bro. Man, let's see what this boy is talking about. Yo.
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of
Man, he ain't talking about nothing. Let's get this game started, bro.
As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama.
Whoever watching, thank you for watching, bro. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting your boy. You know, thank you. You know, I don't care if you comment on anything, bro. It's a good thing that you here supporting, watching my live stream. That's the main thing. Man, let's get it, bro. Why I can't get the ball? I won the ball in the second half. Well, alright. I faced this team before, but it's a different player, so let me see.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Alright, let's see. Let's get it right. Let's get it right.
Here comes the offense on first down. They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Slips away.
I'm trying to throw that ball away. I'm trying to throw the ball away.
And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Ag on me last second.
It's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They've got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Coming after it. The short hands. It's Tate.
There we go, Tate. There we go, Tate.
Get him to the ground.
Got it.
Easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Just a short pass.
Oh, I thought that was a interception. Oh my God, I thought that was a interception. Oh my God. Thank God he caught it.
Try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's put the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
I'm trying to get rid of the ball.
And they'll stop the drive on down.
And what a job by this
open.
defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can, and here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Yo, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, bro. Thank you.
To the air, it's Milrow. Throws for the end zone.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh.
And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially
I wish my people was on here so I could ask them that question. Because it's some question time, bro.
They did on that last possession, too.
Oh, I see you.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They'll throw it on first down.
See you.
Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards.
See you again.
Recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball
Let's go.
down the field. And
Now moving chain. Now moving chain. Now moving chain. Oh, right there.
Love watching this guy.
Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
First and goal, baby. First and goal. Let's go.
Cashing it in for this offense. To the air. It's Howard. Now improvising. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He sprints to the end zone.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the
should be that person.
Able to turn the page, calm them down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now on first down from the 28.
I got someone right there. Okay. Thought I got no one over there.
Wants to throw.
Oh, come here.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
To the air on first down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll run it. It's Haynes. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Now they're going to throw it. Might be looking to run. He gets the job done. Picking up the first down and getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal.
Got him.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Alabama quickly back to the line. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Dances away from the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. So a drive there of 82 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure.
He lets one fly deep. It's complete.
Yes, sir.
Move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Oh my God.
Takes it the other way. And
Oh my God, it was mine.
Great return to improve this field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get him.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Gonna let it fly. And
He dropped it.
Incomplete.
He dropped it.
He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense.
What?
After the play.
How? Wow.
What a great find by the quarterback.
Wow.
Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long.
Looking for a huge play. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They'll immediately call timeout. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a 1st down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to run it back. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The hand to the running back. Nice move to keep moving. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level.
He's going to let it go. Got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. To throw, it's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hints of a QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up.
And he takes it to the house.
Wow.
Touchdown, Alabama! Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch. It's Henderson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line on the edge is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Buying some time. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Almost had it.
You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Got it.
To the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing
Night.
They have got to be better.
Night.
And he keeps it himself on the boot. Looking to buy time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
Nowhere to run on now when he loses 4 on the carry. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Trying to beat the DD. Makes the catch down the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knocked him down at the 41.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw, and then
they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Headed to the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown tie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hold on, guys.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
I'm back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bauer. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Comes out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Henderson. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Howard. He fires one deep down the right side.
Wow, how he get?
Wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Wow. That should not be interception though.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Scrambling away. At the 35, he's loose. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I tell you what, I love having a quarterback that trusts himself, that knows in a big situation in the 4th quarter, he can take off and still take care of the football, get a big first down, continue to put this offense in a good position to succeed.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
They'll try it again on second down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You know you have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the first down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it downfield. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't big.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Off the play fake. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Going for the big play. He's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. Ready to try the point after. Looking to throw, it's Milk. They fake it, the kicker's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's balanced. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys are quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it. When does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things. But find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Well, guys, this is my last time streaming on college football right now. So yeah, so if you don't remember, it just live life and take one day at a time, you know. And I hope I see y'all next time, you know. Please come back. If not, and I understand. Alright, guys. Peace and love.